Good afternoon, Erpers. How are you? Look at all the top thirds of your gorgeous faces. My name is Meredith. Some of you know me as Loud. I'm on Twitter as Beer and Crosswords. My pronouns are they, them. We are gathered here on the ancestral territory of the Anishinaabe-Wake, the Mississaugas of the Credit, the Haudenosaunee, and the Huron-Wendat. We honor and recognize the indigenous people from whom this land was stolen. Representation matters. How lucky are we to have had 4 seasons of Waverly and Nicole? From that very first beer-soaked cappuccino-seeking meeting in Shorty's to that WayHaught wedding we all dreamed about, we watched Waverly and Nicole fall in love and embed themselves in pop culture and on our hearts. So please, welcome to the stage the 2 actors who brought WayHaught to life, P-C and Kat Barrell. Nice to see you navigated the stairs okay. A little worried.
Oh my goodness. No experience with stairs at all.
Wow, this is so great, guys. Oh no,
God.
Are we getting into it? Beautiful mug.
I've definitely already cried watching that video.
Yeah, we were both back
Who
there like,
made that? It was so good.
Cams.
Who? Well done. It was beautiful. So beautiful.
So far, so good for you 2 this morning?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so nice to be, there's something very special about the Canadian one. I don't know what it is. It's just, I was so jacked on the way here because it's like, I don't know, there's something about, you know, the energy and having all of us here, but then also the writers. And I really hope our casting director made it. Lisa, are you here? No, she's not here.
Not currently here.
It's very special to have the extension of ERP, and I think there are people here who don't have the good fortune that we do of getting to see you guys face to face as often, and it creates a very beautiful energy that I just love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And thank you for the land acknowledgement. That was wicked.
Yeah.
You're very welcome. Kat, I have to say I am enjoying your city very much.
So good, right?
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Toronto's 2nd favorite city on the planet.
Oh, what's the first?
Okay.
Oh, Boston.
So like straight up.
So for us, it's been a little over a year, but for the 2 of you, a bit longer.
Yeah.
What can you recall from the days of pre-production for the wedding? Getting
for the wedding.
Script, seeing your costumes for the first time, that day or days of shooting?
Oh, where to start? You go for it.
I love it. In you go, Kat.
So classic. You just spoke a lot. I can go first if you want.
Gosh, what was I think, for me, my favorite moment of that day was when we were coming out and the crew was bustling around and we saw the chairs with all the names of the characters, because we were dealing with COVID, and who knows what it would have been had we not been having that kind of restriction on people. But it was like so perfect. And to look around and see all the characters that had influenced their lives, but just also the journey of the show, that was the moment for me where I was like, wow.
Did you cry instantly?
Yeah, instantly.
Me too.
Instantly, yeah.
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 And just the homestead, like seeing the homestead exactly, well, just even more beautiful than I could have ever imagined. And yeah, reading that first script was, well, you know, reading it for the first time was so special, and realizing that like we're actually doing this with we're having a queer wedding, and we after the journey that we've been through, to end it on this note, to me just felt so special, so important. And then another thing personally was when I put on Waverly's dress, and
That was a dress.
that was a dress, wasn't it? I've actually got it. It's coming home with me, so I'm very happy.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm really, really happy. I actually thought I'd missed my moment, but Emily had put it aside because she's a legend. But yeah, I think that Waverly would have been, was just so happy with everything about the way that, Nicole looked and Waverly looked. It was so perfect. It was divine.
It was divine. A beautiful word, yeah. It was divine.
And that suit?
That suit. You know what's funny about that suit? It was not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
I was expecting a white suit.
White?
I was expecting white. Yeah, there was something about a white.
Because it makes sense for Waverly and Nicole.
Oh, totally. It was so virginal. And, yeah. But I remember being like, oh, huh. But then I loved the purple. It was it was so beautiful. And it kind of you had all these rhinestones on the dress, and the suit it was like the day sparkled. It was magic. It really was.
Have either of you watched the episode since?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've watched it since.
Oh, yeah, a few times.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. It's so
it
beautiful. Did you try on any others, or was that the
That was
only
it.
option?
That was
First
it.
one you put
First
on, it was
one.
yes.
Yeah.
See? It's just
Yeah.
everything.
What was the process with the
worked
dress
out.
for you?
So initially it didn't have any shoulder sleeves, the cap sleeves. It was like a kind of, I don't know, more of like
a halter?
I don't know dresses, what they
Don't
what
look
they
at
call-
me.
But anyway, it didn't have sleeves, and I asked for it to be put on. So really it was a very collaborative experience.
How
making the
much
dress.
tape was involved?
With the old...
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah. No, that was a thing for sure. Actually, no tape at all.
What?
Oh,
I know.
good on you, buddy.
Scandalous.
Wow. Impressive.
But there was a bra built in. I don't have magic, pieces. It was built in. 100%. Oh, God. Anyway.
It all came together so beautifully. And I think your embodiment of those characters over those 4 years really had a lot to do with it. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
So now try and think back to your portrayal of these characters.
Yes.
Do you think that Waverly and Nicole changed their names, did the paperwork? It's a giant pain in the butt. You think they did it? And how do you think if they changed their names? Did they hyphenate? Did they put it together like Herp or something like that?
Herp. Maybe not that way. I feel like we should probably think of something different.
Slightly
But,
better,
you know.
yeah. I personally don't think they changed their names. I don't think they did, but if they did, I think Hot Up would just be fantastic.
God.
And it would be very in line with the show.
Yeah.
What about you?
I feel like Nicole would have really wanted to hyphenate. She would have wanted to have that special name for them.
So would it be Hot Up or Up Hot?
No, Hot Herp.
Obviously.
Come on.
Really hot Herp.
Really Hot Herp.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you did there. That was a fan question from Mary KK 2022, so thank you very much.
Thank you.
So last we left, Doc and Winona were on the motorcycle headed for Miracles, Montana. Nedley's got Rachel and Billy off fishing. What do you think the first thing Waverly and Nicole did? Give me a second. What do you think the first thing Waverly and Nicole did the day after the wedding, besides the obvious? I will meet you all in horny jail.
I kind of hope they just spent all day in bed, not necessarily doing that, but just enjoying, just like being together and like, you know, breakfast in bed and
Some tea, some scones.
some tea, some scones.
It's a euphemism.
I really hope that Waverly didn't just go like straight for cleaning the homestead. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think she
No,
would
she wouldn't.
have.
I think she would have wanted to keep the decorations as long as possible, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like it would have been 2 weeks later, and Nicole would be like, Kate, they're dying, though. Can we please take them down now?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think just also, I mean, when do they get a chance to just be in calm and safety at home? It's so rare. It always feels like there's chaos. So I would hope that it would be.
It's kind of their brand.
It's kind of their brand. It would be nice to have. I love that. A few days of just
Being.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Yeah.
This is a question from Ellery. Do you see future WayHaught with kids? And what do you think that parenting dynamic would look like?
Good question.
You go first, because I already have my opinion.
Like how, like future are we talking? Well, how?
How future do you think? I mean, will they wait a year? Will they wait 2? What? I mean, put yourself back in Waverly's brain. What do you think?
I'm so curious about your answer. I feel like you have like thought about this. We've never spoken about this.
We've never talked about it, but I have like a whole thing in
Oh,
my
please,
brain.
by all
No,
means.
you.
Kat
Because I
Barrell,
want to
everyone.
hear. Because I think these guys, some of them might know because I've said it on another panel this year.
I'm so curious. Come on.
I know.
Sure.
Okay. So yes, I think 100%. I can totally see them as parents in my mind's eye. I think like, I don't even know if they would. I almost feel like they'd be, if everything was calm in purgatory, they might be a little bored, and they might be like.
Is it okay? Do we really think it's going to be calm in purgatory?
But like
is
let's
that a
just say.
thing?
Also, question: whoever set up my microphone, did you purposely put me on the higher stand? I like you. I think. Well, who knows? But you're right. They probably wouldn't be bored. But I just see them like on the homestead with kids making marshmallows, and they'd be like camping outside as a practice camping for when they really go in the woods.
Yeah, 100%.
And Waverly would be like making all the sandwiches, and there would be like in the containers, and and Nicole would be like tying ropes with them and teaching them how to safely go down a rock face. I see it all so clearly. I love it. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah. So when you say kids, how many?
I see.
How many are we
I
talking?
see 2. I see 2.
2?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I see 2.
Wow, I love how clear your vision is.
So yeah, it's like I see it. I also because I think it's a coping mechanism for me that I think they're off somewhere in an alternate universe doing these things.
Aw,
Like I
that's
like
cute.
to think that they're still out there doing their life spin-off. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it's nice to think of them as, I don't know,
Living their life,
living
yeah.
their life.
So do you think Nicole would be the one to bring it to Waverly? You do?
Yeah. I don't know why. I just
Cool. I love this, yeah.
Also because I think Nicole was sort of lone wolf and a little lonely as a kid and growing up. So I think maybe that's an experience that she's really craving.
Yeah.
So it's a nice, especially with her, her new wife and her new family and finally feeling like arrived in the next chapter.
Yeah.
And they have so much like love to give. I just feel like.
Yeah, no, I can totally see it.
But tell me yours, please.
This might be a bit controversial, but I feel like maybe Nicole would bring it to Waverly, and maybe Waverly would be like, yes, eventually, but not like straight away. I feel like Waverly would want to enjoy like them just being
the two of them.
married in the two of them, and like really getting a grasp on the next chapter of being here alone without Winona before bringing another energy into the mix. Yeah. But definitely would be down, but maybe in like a couple of years.
Oh yeah, a couple years feels very reasonable.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Phew.
Yeah. We could go with that.
Excellent.
Just as a follow-up, which parent is the disciplinarian? Who lays down the law?
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I'll take on that role, fine.
Yeah, okay. What do
I
you
feel
think?
like
What was
Nicole
your
would also,
instinct?
I feel like Nicole would also be quite a disciplinarian in her own way, though. I feel like we can balance it. Don't have to have a good, bad, and good and
Good
bad.
cop and bad
Yeah.
cop.
Them both. Same
Hot
team.
cop.
Yeah.
Same team.
Hot cop. Yeah, I like that. And maybe in different sort of like categories, one would take on the more.
Yeah,
depending on
like
depending what the
different-
situation
yeah,
was.
Yeah, different areas. Yeah.
So this question, what's that?
One each?
Nice.
That'd be kind of fun.
Cool.
Yeah.
Split the difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this question actually comes from my parents. They've been married for over 50 years. They love the show. And this is a very parental and practical question. Are WayHaught a two-income household? And if so, what does Waverly do for work?
I love your parents.
I'm quite fond of them.
Awesome. Yeah,
What do you think?
definitely. I definitely think they are. How about you?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So
What do you
does-
think
what does
Waverly
do?
does?
I feel like Waverly maybe would open an antiques shop or something, like a old artifacts kind of vibe.
The history.
Maybe like have a little cute spot. somewhere.
Waverly is a historian,
Why not?
lover of knowledge of the past of purgatory.
Yeah.
Do you think that Waverly would continue working for Black Badge with Jeremy in charge now?
Oh yeah, Jeremy's in charge for sure. 100%. Yeah, we should do like part-time, have the shop, the kids we can grow them up so that they take care of the shop. And then I feel like they would be very busy, actually. I feel like they would have multiple things going on. So maybe a bit of Black Badge, maybe a bit of antique shop. And then I feel like I could see them also like giving back to the community, maybe having like an LGBTQ, like 2A plus kind of safe space at the homestead that they could like bring LGBT youth into in purgatory,
All
Yeah.
ages
Is
night at
this-
Shorty's?
Huh?
All ages night at Shorty's?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold it there. He's already got the women's softball team making a mess of the place. So,
Yeah.
so,
No, that sounds wonderful.
yeah.
I love that.
So the sheriff of purgatory isn't enough to sustain the lifestyle to which they've become accustomed.
Especially with that free homestead. I don't know. No, but I think they just would enjoy, like Dawn was saying, I think they would enjoy being busy and having lots of
Things going
creative
on.
outlets and yeah.
Yeah, agreed.
This question is from Lindsay at Flaming Fun Size. Do you think WayHaught would ever move into purgatory or would stay on the homestead?
I feel like they'd stay on the homestead, do you?
I agree. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think they'd stay.
What kind of updates do you think they'll make? They're a two-income family now. They can afford some home renovations.
Second floor.
We've been talking about this confusing second floor situation.
What's confusing about it?
There's... Yeah, from the outside,
Right.
it looks like this
Yes.
one floor, but
yeah.
Waverly lives goes upstairs.
Yes, of
so
course.
it's slightly
You may recall
confusing.
there is a set of
Yeah,
stairs.
there's a set of stairs on the homestead.
Nicely done.
They rebuild the barn. You think they might build an outbuilding for Doc Winona and Alice? I mean, all
That's a
sorts
cute
of things.
idea, like a little mini house on the for guests. Put a lock on the door.
Lovely. I kind of want to build like a sauna or something ridiculous.
Nice.
Like
Yeah,
one
why
of
not?
those giant barrels, and you smoke all sorts of herbs and stuff, like a sweat lodge kind of situation.
Okay, sure.
Also,
Legal in
you
Canada?
can smoke. That's
We're in
actually
Canada,
not what
yeah.
I meant to say, but that's an excellent idea.
Waverly and Nicole just smoking
Just
some
a hot
herb.
box is what we're gonna, and we'll call it the hot. There's so many
Box.
things that are happening here. Yeah.
Yeah. Soundproof the bedroom.
Yeah.
Lots of things to be done.
Things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is from Jason.
I'd also like to get a larger refrigerator, just one more.
Oh, maybe
know.
like the French door kind.
Sure, something, anything just a bit bigger. I always felt like that one was kind of small.
I love that you noticed that. Have you looked inside?
It's tiny.
Oh.
It's got a lot of space.
I don't think I've... Oh, yeah, I have looked inside because I had to open it with the... when I ate the spider.
Ah, yeah.
Sorry, I just had a flash of that scene. Random. But yeah.
This question is from Jason at Bird is the Word 25. And I want to know this one as well. This was on my brain. Who went more all out for their first anniversary? Traditional gifts, modern gifts? Who went the great guns? Waverly, Nicole, both. What do you think that they did for each other for their first wedding anniversary? Keep it clean.
I feel like they'd match each other with the effort.
With the
But
effort.
it would just look different. You know what I mean?
What do you see in your mind's eye?
Well, I feel like... So, first year is paper, right?
Traditionally, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I feel like Waverly would do some really great origami. Find a way to like make baby carrots out of paper. Like do little things like all over the house that are like memories of their time together, but made out of paper.
Origami frogs.
Yeah, there you go. I
so
mean,
cute.
let's not bring back the frogs. Actually, that might be
Yeah,
traumatic
a little
for my
traumatic,
love.
But, you know.
But yeah, you know, like little like things that you can open with hearts and like memories and like kind of like a paper trail that goes around the
scavenger
house.
hunt.
Yes,
Oh,
like something like that. How about you?
lovely. Oh, wow. That was a great answer.
So for reference, the modern gift for the first anniversary is clocks.
Why?
That's
I have
the
no idea.
modern
I
gift?
Googled it.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah, so the modern first anniversary is clocks. The traditional is paper.
Clocks. Interesting.
I went to the Google.
For the time we've spent together. I don't know. Who knows why?
Wow. I really want to think of something really romantic and lovely, but nothing is coming. Paper. I like the, as you were saying it, Mara, was like scavenger hunt would be, I feel like Nicole would incorporate something about their life on the homestead and where they live. Maybe planting, okay.
Yes. There we go.
Inspiration has struck.
Here it
There
is.
you go.
I saw that light bulb go on.
You know those papers that have the seeds in them? Okay.
Yes, they're on our lanyards.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, very cool.
Lovely.
do you know
So
what you're planting
I think Nicole would get those, and they could write almost like a wish for their future on the paper and plant it
really
on the
nice.
homestead, and then it would be wildflowers, and then year after year they would just keep coming back.
And the wish would just keep
and then we would
coming
just
true.
Keep being, yeah.
Have to be a good one.
Okay.
I love that.
All right. That's it.
Yes. Nice.
Nicely done.
Nice work, Boo.
So, WayHaught, definitely a power couple, right? Sure. But now, they are a true powerful couple. This question comes from Morningstar85. Kat, what do you imagine Nicole's duties to be as the angel's shield?
Yes, Kat. What do you?
We were talking about this the other day. If we were prepared for the technical questions of ERP, what do I imagine Nicole's duties to be as the angel shield? Oh boy.
I mean, we know
Okay,
you
okay.
can't
So,
leave the Ghost
so
River Triangle.
this is the thing. So let's just go over the rules here.
Let's go over the
Yeah.
mythology. We've
Yes.
got this,
Okay.
Kat.
So
Yes.
can't leave the Ghost River Triangle. Bound to protect the angel's shield. I mean, besides those things being the duties of I am God. It's just like I'm sorry, my hands are frozen. I'm so sorry.
you
I'm
are.
really cold.
are mine?
Guys. Well, I mean, protect Waverly and
The whole of
The whole
Purgatory.
of Purgatory. I don't really know what else.
So, like, how?
You're just tossing it over because you're like, yours is coming and you know.
I know.
Oh, I think it's going to be Dark Angel Waverly. What is Dark Angel Waverly's? Okay.
I'm just going to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have a chat
I
here.
think, sorry guys, I think that the duties would be to protect Waverly, Angel Waverly, and the Ghost River Triangle.
Who's no longer an angel.
Okay.
Or is she?
Okay, so here's my thing about that. I still think you are.
I am?
I think she is.
I'll take it. Yeah?
I still think she is.
Cool.
Because I'm a little confused, honestly. I really am a little confused about so Waverly's not an angel anymore, but I'm still the angel's shield, so is there still something I'm doing?
I think the writers are next door.
Okay, great. We'll have to ask. But you guys know what I mean? That's what was always confusing when you weren't the angel anymore. And we had that moment in the wedding where I said, my beautiful angel, and you were scripted to have remember?
Oh, yeah.
And they cut
it.
Yeah. Well. There was a scripted moment of not so much anymore. And I was always a little confused about what that would look like. So my honest answer is I don't actually know, but I would assume what was said in the oath would be, this is the longest answer. Next. Thank you, Meredith.
I feel like, not that...
Tell me,
no,
please.
Well,
help.
Well, I just feel like in that moment where, you make the oath to take on the responsibilities, it's less about just taking care of Waverly, but more taking care of the whole of the Ghost River Triangle and protecting it from
whatever is coming
next. That was a really obvious answer, but yeah, there you go.
So, Dom, what sort of additional abilities do you think that Waverly has now that Nicole as S.H.I.E.L.D. is in place? I mean, we saw her bring Doc back to life, turn him back to human.
We did.
She turned the Reapers to magpies.
Yeah, that was cool, wasn't it?
Right?
She went and
off they fly.
Flew. And that was a really good special effect, I thought. That's a really good question. And I feel like because of the I also thought that I was no longer an angel, but maybe there are some of the powers that have been left. But maybe it's she can't bring people back to life, but she can wake them up from a sleep. I don't know. No, I really don't know. Thoughts? Maybe a little bit of extra strength.
That's why I still think there's got to be
cool.
something in Waverly that's still... that can't just go. I don't know. I still feel like that's a lineage thing. That's a destiny thing.
You have the champion, you have the angel, you have the shield. You have the three.
The Trinity.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, what do you mean?
Great cosplay, by the way. You look awesome. Yeah. Come on, that's Tim's jacket?
Yes.
Excellent. What? You got into Tim's pants. That's impressive. Yeah.
Thank you. Good night.
So split into three.
That's why you're not entirely an angel, but it was always in you. So now, because it's shared.
There's a lot of math happening right now.
I was told there would be no math.
Yeah.
Anything she wants with that. And just pull out whatever she wants with that.
Okay.
Fan theories abound.
I'm just going to go with that she has extra strength and she can do loads of push-ups. I don't know.
Why the heck not, right?
Yeah, pick someone up with one hand. Ooh, like with Tucker. Well, that was Gooverly, but still.
Call back to Gooverly.
Hey, man.
The final question I have for the both of you comes from Katie at Cleekers on Twitter. You guys spent 4 seasons playing these characters. What did you take with you from Kat, you playing Nicole, Dom, you playing Waverly? But conversely, Kat, did you take anything from Waverly, Dom, did you take anything from the character of Nicole?
I've always been really inspired with Nicole's like groundedness and her ability to go after the things that she wants. And I think that there's, especially like at the beginning of the show, I was 25 or something, and to witness a woman that was so confident in who she was as a queer woman, so unapologetically, just like, yeah, this is who I am, and I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm going to, lean in. I just always thought that was so inspiring, and as a little, closeted queer at the time, I was both incredibly inspired and also slightly intimidated by that energy. And I don't know, witnessing her and also just the couple, and living that adventure definitely gave me more of the strength to be my full self and come into my queerness. So yeah, she's very much inspired me. Thank you.
What I always admired about Waverly is Waverly's unapologetic embrace of her quirkiness, her nerdiness, her love for, she's so into and jazzed by the thing that lights her fire.
Ooh, research.
Yeah, and it seems like a little thing, but the bigger picture of that for me was always whatever lights you up, even if it's like your own personal thing, or even if, other people think it's, sort of bizarre, or they're like, why are you into that? It just, Waverly always inspired me to find what you love and nurture that part of you and honor and celebrate that part of you. And I always took that from Waverly. It was one of the big things that always strikes me about her. So
That's such an awesome answer. I love that.
yeah.
So true. Just like be you
Just
and
like be you and love what you love. And,
Yeah, man,
it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it. Yeah.
100%.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, Dom, Kat, I want to thank you
Thank you.
on behalf of all of the Earpers in this room and those who could not be here today but who are absolutely here in spirit. You two have been so incredibly generous over these years, so thank you, thank you, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Meredith.
Thank you, Meredith.
Is that it? Are we done? Okay.
Thank you all. Earp on!
Have an amazing rest of your convention.